Okay, so now we're on Evo status update 12C. Okay. Um, I can't really go into the other parts of the really functional stuff, like the networking side and the user queue side and that stuff, until I get the real basic infrastructure down. And I've got it in my head, but you know what? You really, for me, form really follows function. Now, yes, you might say, well, my God, you got to do all that before you know what you're going to do. Well, yeah, I do. But the good thing about that is when I do all that and I do know what I'm going to do, all the other sections will fall into place and they'll be very scalable and it will work just fine. So right now I'm working out everything, and as I do that, you could see right now, even the first time we did this, a couple of revisions back, I had every little evil cluster. If you remember what we call these groups, we call them evil clusters. I had every little evil cluster with thumbnails on the front page, and that looked really beautiful and really pretty and very very functional. Okay, well, what did we learn from that? Well, that's great. We were working on listing organic groups and stuff like that, and working with organic groups and views, which is just fine. Uh, but we have to redo all of that. I mean, obviously, I have to send the information, send the data up to send the free. Well, we have to find out which type of data each level is going to have, and then how we're going to select that data to move it up to its parent structure, and how we're going to select that to move it to the main structure. And one thing, if you look at the front, we have a rotating YouTube. What you're maybe watching this, and if you're, if rotating YouTube, and then we've got the list of updates. So we're going to have a rotating on focus data, and we're going to have not even teaser, but just a list of previous. So we've got to work on that's good. We're not going to have like a list of 10 like I do on the front page. That's just there because I haven't put any other content on there yet. But we're going to have to come up with the sweet spot with the sweet number, because the idea is to keep current data, previous data, sub data, introductory, discovery data, and random data on each section. It's even going to get to the point that when we go to the subsections, when we go to the intelligent campus, to the Evo campus, I want to have a discovery system in there so they can find other sections of the site that are related to what they're looking at. If they're looking at business news, I want them to see if they're in business ESL, I want them to see the business news section. That's one of the things. I mean, I like to talk about all the goodies that I have in my head. With this Evo Q, I really want to recreate a library. Library. I want to recreate the library, and the idea is Alexandria. Isn't that the name of the library that I think it was Alexandria, right? The name of the big library that had a lot of I believe it was one of the 7 wonders of the world. Had a lot of humanity's information that we just blatantly lost to fire and the bad things that makes humanity have to evolve so bad. Well, I want to recreate Alexandria. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it like something like Little Alexandria or something cool like that. Um, but it's just a name. We have to make the name great. I'm going to, with these node and user queues, my goal is I have an idea that I want to create a library of information within each section. Yes, we're going to have media, and we're going to be looking at media news, and we're going to be looking at media repositories like Free Speech TV, or like archive.org, or the Prelinger Archive, or Democracy Now, or videogold.de. Those are all great libraries. But what I want to do is I want to actually check out the books from those sections as as they need to be accessed. When we're in the ESL section or in another section, like even if you go right now to the language and linguistics section, you could see this cool little information about the evolution of language, and that's pretty cool if you watch that YouTube. I just totally found that on randomly found that, so that's kind of cool. But that 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 data could be entered into the library at the center of the net, and the library is nothing but a collection of references. Now, one of the things that I should probably address is the use of YouTube. YouTube. Well, YouTube is from Google, and I'm a big fan of Google. I was a fan of Google since they decided to try to put every book onto the internet. Made me a fan. I was a fan of them with their news. And it seems as though Google News is starting to become more censored than it used to be, but that's not here nor there. That's an opinion. I'm a big fan of Google's open collaboration. It seems like Google's a very powerful evolutionary force in our current times. But the YouTube's posts, one of the problems is I have to manually resize them, and I don't know if I haven't got a chance to get around to it to see if there's going to be a way. So if anybody posts to YouTube, we can control their size. I know that if you look at the site right now in lower resolution, like 1024 by 768, I know that the YouTube doesn't scale. I know it breaks it. Those are all be issues if I cannot control the size of the YouTube and through filters and even using the SimplePy parser to parse RSS stuff. That needs to be controlled. If I can't control the videos, then for the site updates, then I guess I could even put them on my own server and not use YouTube. But that's not, that's a little detail. There's so many little details that I want to hit head on. There's so many cool content access features like 3D node clouds and all kinds of great stuff that if you use it right, it's not eye candy, it's functional eye candy. It's dynamic and innovative, and there's a lot of this stuff waiting to be tapped in the Drupal community, and a lot of really cool jQuery stuff that I can't wait to play with. But right now we're doing the raw infrastructure, and we will get to that. And right now it's even cool when I have concepts that work out, like trying to explain to you how we're going to do the layout for the multinational, for the internationalization. Okay. So, I should tell you right now, I am taking time from teaching. I've taught in a lot of universities, and I've taught a lot in China. Just a little personal side note. And I've taught in factories, and the economy's slower here. I could go out there and get some of my old clients. But right now, I'm going to take it slow so I could focus on this site, and I will be bringing it to universities. And I've lectured over the past 7 years. I've gone to lectures and lectured thousands. I've taught popular crazy English. I've been in countryside, not teaching, doing promotions. I've done lots of lectures for both companies and government and everybody else. And so what I want to do is I want to get this working model, and I would like to bring it to the people. Get up the data, get up the lessons, bring it to some universities, and the people and the traffic is just like form following function. It's good to have that base to test and to see what needs to be done. This is for the whole world, and I'm working on that. So I've slowed down going into the classroom. I probably will return to some university teaching after the Chinese New Year. The Chinese New Year in China is a very busy time, and wow, we're going to go to 12D, is that right? Okay, I'm going to stop and see you in the next update.